Admiral Tahoe sat in his office aboard the Earth Defense Station. The large screen on his wall blinked with an urgent message. He pressed a button, and the face of an alien appeared. The alien had gray skin, 4 yellow eyes, and no hair. It spoke in perfect English. "People of Earth, I am War Leader Kreth of the Voidari Dominion. Your planet has resources we need. Surrender now, or we will take them by force. You have 3 days to decide." The screen went black. Tahoe took a deep breath and called his second-in-command. "Jisoo, come to my office right away." Commander Jisoo arrived 5 minutes later. She was tall and had a serious look on her face. "You saw the message?" Tahoe asked. "Yes, sir. The whole world is watching it now. People are scared." Tahoe stood up and walked to the window. From space, Earth looked peaceful and blue. "The Voidari ships are huge," Jisoo said. "Our scans show they have weapons we've never seen before. Their smallest ship is bigger than our largest." "What do they want?" Tahoe asked. "Our scientists think they want our water and metals. Their home world might be running out." Tahoe turned from the window. "Call the Earth Defense Council. All countries must work together now." 2 hours later, leaders from all over Earth met through video. Some wanted to fight. Others wanted to give the aliens what they wanted. Dr. Haynul, Earth's top alien expert, showed her findings. The Voidari come from a dry planet with strong gravity. They see better than us, but hear worse. They can't stand certain chemicals that are harmless to humans, and they always follow orders from above. They don't think for themselves in battle. General Quan banged his fist on the table. "We should attack first. Show them we're not weak." "With what?" asked President Lee. "Their ships would destroy our fleet in minutes." Tahoe listened to everyone before speaking. "The Voidari think we are weak because we are not like them. This is good. When people underestimate you, they make mistakes." "What do you suggest, Admiral?" asked the UN Secretary. "We don't fight the way they expect. We don't match their strength. We use our own strengths against their weaknesses." Engineer Subin raised his hand. "My team has been studying their transmissions. Their technology is advanced, but we might be able to disrupt it." Do Yoon, commander of Earth's ground forces, nodded. "And my soldiers can use guerrilla tactics if they land troops." Jisoo looked at the scans of the alien fleet again. "They expect us to either surrender or fight a traditional war. We'll do neither." On the Voidari command ship, War Leader Kreth watched Earth with his 4 eyes. His second, Sub-Commander Draz, stood nearby. "Will they surrender?" Draz asked. "Of course. Our data shows humans are soft creatures who fear death. They will give us what we want to avoid conflict. And if they don't?" Kreth made a clicking sound that was his species' version of laughter. "Then we will crush them quickly. Our warriors are stronger. Our ships are better. Our weapons are more powerful. War with humans will be the easiest conquest in Dominion history." Little did Kreth know, humans had spent their entire history finding ways to win against stronger enemies, and they were already planning how to defeat the Voidari. 3 days passed. The Voidari waited for Earth's surrender. It never came. "The humans are either brave or stupid," War Leader Kreth said to his officers. "Begin the attack." The first Voidari ships moved toward Earth's space stations. Their weapons easily destroyed the human defenses in orbit. Kreth watched from his command ship and nodded with satisfaction. "Now send ground troops," he ordered. "Take their major cities. Start with the one called Seoul." Captain Du Yoon watched the alien ships land outside Seoul. The Voidari soldiers were tall, strong, and wore thick armor. They carried weapons that could burn through metal. "Everyone ready?" Du Yoon asked through his radio. "Ready in Sector 1, came the first reply. "Sector 2 ready. Sector 3 ready." Du Yoon nodded. "Remember the plan. Make them think we're running away. Lead them into the trap." His small team fired at the aliens. then quickly moved back into the city. The Voidary followed, just as planned. In his underground lab, engineer Subin watched the aliens' movement on a screen. "They're following the pattern exactly," he said to Admiral Taiho. "They think in straight lines. So predictable." Taiho picked up his phone. "Dr. Hay-Newell, are your devices ready?" "Yes, Admiral. All civilians have been given ear protection. The devices are in place throughout the city." The Voidary troops marched deeper into Seoul. The streets were empty. The humans seemed to have fled. "This is too easy," said Voidary Commander Grex. "Where is the resistance?" At that moment, Do-Yoon pressed a button on his wrist device. "Now," he said. All across Seoul, small devices hidden in buildings activated. They made a sound that humans could barely hear, but to the Voidary, it was like 1,000 knives in their heads. The alien soldiers fell to their knees, dropping their weapons. Their communication systems filled with static. They couldn't see straight or think clearly. From hidden positions, human fighters emerged and captured the confused aliens. In space, Commander Ji-Soo led a different kind of attack. Her ships didn't try to fight the massive Voidary vessels directly. Instead, they released thousands of small drones. "The drones are in position," her pilot said. Ji-Soo nodded. "Release the compound." The drones attached to the Voidary ships and released a gas. This gas was harmless to humans, but toxic to the Voidary. It seeped through their air filters and into their ships. On the Voidary command vessel, alarms sounded. "Something is affecting our life support systems," Sub-Commander Draz reported. "The crews on 5 ships are unable to function." War Leader Kreth slammed his fist down. "How is this possible? Their weapons can't hurt our ships." "They aren't using weapons," Draz said. "They're using chemistry." Back in Seoul, Do-Yoon's team had captured over 100 Voidary soldiers. One of them, an officer, looked at Do-Yoon with hatred. "You were supposed to fight properly," the alien said, "with big weapons and armies, not with tricks and invisible attacks." Do-Yoon smiled. "That's your first lesson about humans. We don't fight fair. We fight to win." In the Himalayan Command Center, Admiral Tahoe received the reports from around the world. Similar attacks had worked in other cities. The Voidary were retreating. "It's just the beginning," Tahoe told Ji-Soo over the video link. "They'll be back with new tactics." "And we'll be ready," Ji-Soo replied. "Subin has already started studying their captured ships. We'll know more about their technology soon." Tahoe nodded. The Voidary thought war with humans would be easy. Now they know better. 3 months passed since the first attack. The Voidary had not given up. They sent more ships and tried new ways to attack Earth. But humans kept finding ways to fight back. In his bunker in Busan, Dr. Minho worked day and night. He was Earth's best computer expert. His team had captured Voidary communication devices and studied how they worked. "I found something important," Minho told Admiral Tahoe over a secure line. "All Voidary ships get orders from one place. Their main ship. If we can stop that ship from giving orders, their whole fleet will be confused." Tahoe thought for a moment. "Can you block their messages?" "Not for long. They'll find a way around it. But if we could capture their leader." In his lab, Engineer Subin showed Commander Ji-Soo his newest creation. It looked like a small plain spaceship. "It doesn't look special," Ji-Soo said. Subin smiled. "That's the point. I copied the Voidary cloaking technology from their scout ship. When we turn it on, their sensors can't see us. We're invisible to them." Ji-Soo touched the ship with respect. "This could change everything." Admiral Tahoe called a meeting with his top officers. "We have a plan," he told them. "We call it Operation Ghost Strike." He showed them images of the massive Voidary command ship. "Our goal is to capture War Leader Kreth. Without him, their fleet will be less effective. Commander Ji-Soo will lead a small team in our new stealth ship. They will sneak onto the Voidary command ship. Sergeant Yunji, Earth's best soldier, stood up. My team is ready, sir. We've been training with the captured Voidari weapons. Lieutenant Junseo added, I've learned enough of their language to understand their communications and use their systems. Tahoe nodded. This mission is very dangerous. But if it works, we can turn this war in our favor. The stealth ship left Earth at night. Inside were Jisoo, Yunji, Junseo, and 3 other soldiers. They flew straight toward the Voidari command ship. Cloaking device working perfectly, Jisoo said. They don't see us. Their ship was small enough to land in a cargo area of the huge alien vessel. The team wore special suits that would hide them from Voidari sensors. Junseo studied a map of the ship on his tablet. The command center is 10 levels up. The halls will be guarded. Yunji checked her weapons. We'll use the maintenance tunnels. The Voidari are too big to fit in them. The team moved through the alien ship like ghosts. They used the small tunnels that the Voidari used for robots and repairs. When they had to cross open areas, they used devices that created short distractions. Their security is good, Jisoo whispered as they hid from a patrol. But they never expect enemies inside their ship. It's a blind spot in their thinking. Finally, they reached the level with the command center. Junseo hacked into a control panel and caused alarms to sound in a different part of the ship. Most of the guards ran to check the false alarm. Now Jisoo ordered. The team burst into the command center. The Voidari officers were shocked. Before they could react, Yunji and her soldiers had stunned most of them with special weapons designed by Subin. War leader Kreth stood from his command chair. He was much taller than the humans. His 4 eyes blinked in disbelief. Impossible, he said in his deep voice. Nothing is impossible for humans. Jisoo replied, pointing her weapon at him. You're coming with us. On Earth, Admiral Tahoe received the message. Package secured. Returning to base. He smiled for the first time in months. The Voidari were about to learn another lesson about humans. Never underestimate what they'll do when backed into a corner. Admiral Tahoe stood in front of a large screen. On it were the faces of the Voidari High Council, the 7 leaders who ruled their empire. Beside Tahoe stood war leader Kreth, now a prisoner. You attacked our world, Tahoe said to the aliens. You thought we would be easy to defeat because our ships are smaller and our weapons are simpler. You were wrong. The lead counselor, a Voidari with gray skin and 6 honor marks on his face, spoke. The capture of war leader Kreth is impressive, but changes nothing. We have more ships and more soldiers than you can imagine. We don't want to destroy you, Tahoe replied. We want peace. Leave our solar system. Respect our borders. Start trading with us instead of taking what isn't yours. The council members made clicking sounds, their way of laughing. Or what, human? Asked the lead counselor. Tahoe smiled. We'll show you what happens when you push humans too far. The Voidari sent their Grand Armada, 500 ships, 10 times larger than the first attack force. It would reach Earth in 2 weeks. But Earth had been busy during the months of fighting. In factories around the world, workers built new weapons based on Voidari technology that engineer Subin had studied. Dr. Hay Newell created special compounds that affected Voidari biology, and Dr. Minho found a way into the Voidari computer network. Most importantly, from war leader Kreth, they learned about other alien races that the Voidari had conquered. Admiral Tahoe sent secret messages to 2 of these races, the Lenar and the Trozek. Both had been fighting the Voidari for years without success. Now they sought a chance for freedom. When the Grand Armada reached the edge of the solar system, they found Earth's new fleet waiting for them. The human ships were smaller but faster. They had shields based on Voidari designs and weapons made to target Voidari weak points. Captain Duyun led the main attack force. All ships ready, he reported. Operation Freedom begins now. The battle was fierce. The Voidari had more ships, but the humans fought in ways they had never seen before. Human ships moved in patterns that confused Voidari targeting systems. They used decoys and traps. They attacked, then disappeared, then attacked again from a different direction. Meanwhile, Commander Ji-Su led a special team on a mission far from Earth. Their target was the Voidari home system. "We're in position," Ji-Su reported to Taiho. "The Linar and Trozak fleets are with us. The Voidari defenses are focused on Earth. They never expected an attack here." Taiho gave the order. "Strike now." The Voidari High Council was in an emergency meeting when alarms sounded throughout their capital city. On their screens, they saw human ships and ships of their former slave races attacking their defense stations. "Impossible," shouted a counselor. "How did they reach our home world?" At that moment, all their communication systems went quiet. Dr. Minho's virus had worked, cutting off their ability to coordinate defenses. The lead counselor received an emergency message from the Grand Armada commander. "We are surrounded. The humans knew our attack plan before we arrived." Requesting orders. But no orders could be sent. 1 week later, the Voidari High Council signed a peace treaty with Earth and its new allies. The Voidari Empire would respect the borders of Earth and free the worlds they had conquered. War leader Kreth, about to return to his people, asked Taiho a question. "How did you defeat us?" "We were stronger in every way." Taiho thought for a moment. "Throughout our history, humans have often fought enemies that were bigger or stronger. We learned that victory doesn't always go to the strongest. It goes to those who adapt, who think differently, who never give up." He looked at the stars visible through the window. The Voidari thought war with humans would be easy. Now the universe knows. It never is.